Welcome back to Princess Core. Thank you for clicking on to watch another video. I'm so excited to see you back here and I hope you enjoy this video. Mwah.
And who am I? That's one secret I'll never tell. The only one. XOXO Gossip Girl.
Today's video is a Valentine's Day themed photo shoot at home for all my girlies who love the aesthetic and love Valentine's Day. In this video, I styled 2 outfits and this is the final outfit, which I will be wearing out since I do have a birthday to attend today. And I show you guys all my poses, the process for the setup for the studio, in case you guys ever want to do like a low budget photo shoot by yourself. This is like an amazing idea. I also recorded a video doing this Valentine's Day themed makeup routine and hair. If you're feeling it, definitely check that out so you can get yourself all dolled up. I'm actually committing to my new year resolution of doing my own hair, and I love that for me. I mean, I ate this. I look so good. I love it. If you still don't know how to do your own hair, Princess Core has got you. Hey y'all, this is the semi-final setup. I did get a decent wall because I really wanted it to look cohesive before I started bringing in the props.
I have always loved creating, but I haven't always been very intentional with what I was creating. Between 2020 and 2021, I became very interested in social media, especially Instagram, and in growing my following, my audience, and becoming a fashion influencer. I remember planning content days, styling my outfits, and finding cute spots around the neighborhood that I could take my photos at. I lived with my mom at the time, so there wasn't a lot of freedom in terms of creating, but she knew we had a little Instagram because both my sister and I would go out and take photos together. My sister honestly was more of the influencer than I. At the time, I was just trying to break into the industry, and she was like my biggest influence at the time, mainly because of proximity and lack of resources. We were much younger at the time, and I remember my mom would always tell me, you don't need to rush. Your whole life is waiting for you. You are going to get everything that you want, everything that you feel you want to do, you're going to have a chance to do. If you grew up in a Nigerian home, then you know exactly how aggressive Nigerian parents' love are. They're telling you the truth, but they're saying it so aggressively that it's not even sinking in. I really hope the next generation of parents, African or not, are doing better, because the amount of damage that is done to a child in their formative years takes so much work to undo. It's really not a joke to have children. No shade to parents, Nigerian or not. It can be a hard truth to accept, but sometimes we really have to remind ourselves that it's also our parents' first time living. It's their first time being parents. It's their first time on this earth too, you know, and putting that into context really gives you more of an ability to feel empathic towards their attitude than you would if you were trying to look at everything from a logical point of view. And mama was right. Honestly, you can't tell me that your mama wasn't right about all the things that she scolded you about. You are probably deep down in your heart grateful. And if you're not grateful, I'm telling you right now, you should be, because mothers stop so their children can walk and run and freaking fly and soar. So you should be grateful if your mother was there. Of all the things I got from my mom, the thing I'm most grateful for is probably my creativity and my lips. I would say the wall took about 5 hours to set up, give or take. I started the night before and finished in the morning. It's February 12th at this point, so it's 2 days to Valentine, and I'm already so excited about the photos so that I could post them on Instagram on Valentine's Day. Creating just makes me so happy, and creating more has taught me that execution also actually makes me happy. I feel so fulfilled when I'm executing the ideas that I've thought of. I feel like a real person. I feel like this all means something. I feel like this is all like tying into the story of my life somehow. It's ironic how someone can be so sure of themselves and of the story of their life and then the next person is absolutely lost and unsure of who they are. And yet, both people matter. Both people have a role to play. I guess my point is, regardless of how you feel, just keep moving. You can't get stuck on what is or what isn't. The only thing that is true is what we know, and that is the present. Okay? You can make speculations about the past and assumptions about the future, but the only thing that is true is what is happening right now. Hopefully y'all saw the whole process of setting this up so you can set yours up if you ever want to have a low budget photo shoot. I didn't have to buy anything since I already owned all of these props. I'd been collecting newspapers and just keeping them. I actually had a different idea in mind for the newspapers before I got this idea and decided to execute it. I'm just glad it came out exactly how I had it on my Pinterest mood board. The girlies are saying we're having a Valentine this Valentine, so I decided to talk about 7 women who really inspire me and give them their flowers. You probably recognize a lot of the names that I'm about to mention. Absolutely iconic women. They literally inspire me every single day and have been for a while. I'm going to start with Coco Jones because I literally used to watch her as a child. Let It Shine, that was my show. There are a few reasons why Coco Jones is an icon. The first being her consistency and ability to stay sane. She has been doing this since she was a child. She's been in the industry since she was a child. Nobody expects Black women to not go crazy, but I know that being a Black woman is not easy, and your environment can either amplify or help you through that experience. And I don't think that being in the industry that she was in would have been like a very safe space, but she made it, and she's an icon for that. Did you see us matching in that little red outfit? I'm just gonna say that this look is inspired by her. You have probably heard of her or heard of her brand. This is Anifa Mvuembe. I hope I'm saying that right, but this woman is a super woman, an absolute stunner. And I just know that she has such a brilliant mind because there's no way. She started Anifa Official, which is her brand, in 2020, just around when the pandemic started. And off the bat, her creativity, it was revolutionary. Brands are still trying to catch up to her till today. And not only did she do all that, she got engaged, she carried a whole baby, delivered a healthy baby, started a bridal line, still kept her business going. Come on, guys, do I really need to keep going? She is a superwoman who supports other women and also is an activist. Like, the duality, that is what I want to achieve, because activism can be exhausting. I still struggle with feelings of guilt when it comes to being an activist and balancing my life and the life that I want to achieve with all of the things that are going on in the world. And she has done it beautifully. I've had my phone recording and taking pictures with the app Lens Buddy. In case you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm actually taking my photos right now, and these are just some of the poses that I had going on for the shoot. Fisayo. Oh my god, I absolutely adore her. She is also a designer, also an entrepreneur, but it's really not even that. It's everything. Her personality, her confidence, her energy, her drive, her style. Everything is just so authentic and so literally iconic. Kai Collective is doing so well. They have a sale that I'm waiting for because I've always wanted to shop from her brand, but her prices are a little too big, girl, for me. I'm not that grown yet, so I'm definitely excited to shop from the sale. If you love Kai Collective and you know of her brand already. Toronto, it's 1 p.m. Lagos, I don't know. Y'all should go check it out. Listen, if there's a list of iconic women and Rihanna is not on that list, you shouldn't trust that list. Rihanna has literally been the it girl since I was old enough to speak. Yes, she fell off in terms of consistency, but really, I would just say that her priorities changed. And that's absolutely fine to see that a woman can grow in so many ways, and that the things that people predetermine your future is going to be really isn't what your future is going to be at all. Your future is going to be whatever you choose, always. And she reminds me that we have that power as women to be as ambitious, as sexy and confident as we want, and still get everything that's good and desirable that we desire out of life. For the photos and results of the Valentine's Day content, you can check out my Instagram. The next lady on my list is Adele. It really intrigues me that these are all different women doing all different things, but the one thing that they have in common is consistency. And another thing is mastering the ability to control the narrative of their life. Adele released Hello in 2015. At the time, I was very young, still living in Nigeria, and I was a little heartbroken because some boy that I'd been giving my attention to was talking to some other girl that lived on our street. And I thought that was really weird because I could literally see him go to the girl's house and he would just say that they were just friends. I ended up leaving the country the next year, but that was a core memory for me. And what did we learn? Always put yourself first. But did we? We're trying to. It's easy to say put yourself first, but being around people who make you feel like the absolute worst person on the planet for trying to do that are really unhealthy. Very much like the Victoria's Secret angels and the stuff that goes on in a lot of industries like the modeling industry or the music industry. These systems are built to promote women as commodities and not essentially show their humanity. But I saw the humanity in the Victoria's Secret angels. They spoke to me, and that was the birth of Princess Core. Everything about it, their confidence, their beauty, the exclusivity. Although it was mostly white women who were angels, there were some black women who were breaking into the industry and doing their thing, taking up space. Yes, it was very problematic to find out the real stories behind these angels and this whole industry. Still, I could never take away the influence that they had on me as a kid, walking around in my mom's heels and clothes, trying to be a Victoria's Secret angel. The final two iconic women that inspire me are my mom and sister, because I've spent most of my life in proximity to them, and I've learned so much from them. I always channel my inner Rihanna, and they don't get it, but they will soon. Okay, I lied when I said final. This is the final woman, and I saved the best for last. Honestly, I think of Lori Harvey way too much. I think of her when I do my makeup. I think of her when I'm dressing up. I even think of her when I'm dealing with men, because she not agree for anybody. She is literally always the priority in whatever relationship that she has. She is loved by her family. She is just so radiant, and I would love to be as radiant as her. When I think of black girl luxury, I think of Lori Harvey. That is what I am aspiring to be. That is the vibe I am aspiring to have. She is it girl for me. I really love that she's an entrepreneur, even though she really doesn't have to be. It speaks volume into just the minds of women. People think that we just want to put on lipstick and shop all day, but no. Wanting a life of ease is the furthest thing from being lazy.